Do you wake up at night at the same time? So here is why. It is because of this traditional Chinese medicine concept known as the 24-hour body clock. And this affects not just your sleep, but can also impact digestion. And when you understand this, you can be more in alignment with your body's natural rhythms, which will support good sleep. So in traditional Chinese medicine, there's this concept of a 24-hour body clock. Sometimes I've seen it called the 24-hour qi clock as well. So qi being your life force energy. And what it is basically is that different times of the day, they are correlated to different organs and meridians in your body. That's when the qi is strongest for that organ or meridian. Now we have 12 primary organs and meridians. And so as a result, there's a 2-hour window for each of these. So 24 divided by 12, 2 hours each. And the organ's qi is strongest during its 2-hour window, and it's going to be weakest 12 hours away. So what I have for you here is a chart where it lists the time starting in the morning and also the organ that is correlates, that's its window of time when its qi is strongest. So what you want to do with this 24-hour body clock is do your activities in alignment with your body's qi clock, and then you'll have greater harmony. So for example, here at 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., it is the stomach's time. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. is spleen's time. These two organs, the stomach and spleen, and the associated meridians and their elements, they are very important for digestion. Now, stomach is obvious, spleen is not as clear if you're not looking at it from a Chinese medicine perspective, but basically the spleen helps to extract the qi from food and distribute it throughout the body, basically extracting nutrients, and it's paired with the stomach, so they work together, they work in harmony. So their energy is strongest at first thing in the morning, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. What that means is this is the best time to be eating because the digestive energy, the qi for digestion, is strongest. Now, on the opposite of that, 12 hours away, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m., that is when the qi in the stomach and spleen are weakest. So that would be not the time to be eating a heavy meal. Better to have the bigger meal in the morning for the stronger digestive fire, and then eat lighter in the evening. And definitely, it's better not to be eating late at night because the energy is weaker. Another one I want to point out here is 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. is for the heart. So in Chinese medicine, the heart is associated with the element of fire. Fire is about as big energy as you can possibly have, the hottest energy, right? The most energy. So since 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. is for the heart, that's when we should be most active. This is like the ideal time to be moving your body. You know, our heart gets our cardiovascular going. And so the opposite of that, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., that is when the heart's qi is at its lowest ebb. So this is just a natural cycle. So it doesn't mean there's something wrong with it being at a lower qi at that time. That is just a natural cycle, just like the sun rising in the sky and setting, at the end of the day, and the moon then rising. This is just a natural cycle. So when we are getting to 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., we should probably be asleep in our most rested state. All right, so what does that mean in terms of waking up? So we'll first talk about significance for sleep. Because the digestive energy is strongest 7 a.m. to 11 a.m., it's best not to eat a heavy meal late at night because if you have poor digestion, that can disturb your sleep. Also, as I was saying, you want to be active during the day, and then you want to reduce activity as the day winds down so that you can prepare for sleep. Don't stay up past 11 p.m. Try to get to bed earlier because, as I was saying, that's the heart's, when the 2-hour window away from the heart. So we'll just go back to that chart. So heart's strongest here, it means it's going to be at its weakest ebb, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. And that's when you should be resting and asleep. Now, the other thing I have on this slide here was if you are waking up between 1 a.m. to 3 a.m., that is the time of the liver. So it could be due to a liver imbalance, and things that affect the liver, the emotions that affect the liver are stress, anger, and frustration. And if you're waking up between 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. consistently, it could be due to a lung imbalance. So you could be coughing then, or maybe you have some postnasal drip waking you up. Also, the emotions associated with the lungs are grief and sadness. So if you are, say, going through a difficult time, this happened to me when my father passed, I found I was consistently waking up at around 3:30 in the morning, which was a reflection of the grief and sadness affecting my lungs. So the lungs are the chi's supposed to be strong then, but because of the grief and sadness impacting the lungs, the chi was weaker than normal, and that was causing me to wake up. So everything is about rhythms and following your body's natural rhythms. And once you start to understand this, you can start to make changes to be more in alignment, um, more in alignment with your body's 24-hour body clock. So key takeaways: don't eat late at night. Try to eat the bigger meals in the morning or at noon. Uh, put more of your activity, if you're going to do like physical activity, do that more during the daytime. Start winding down as you head towards the evening. Be in bed 11 p.m. And as I said, lighten up on the food if you can. Try to eat your meal before 7 o'clock in the evenings.